lips look dry?
Can't see them.
Neither can I. That's another thing. I posted a clip last night, didn't I? And got a few views. One of the 3 comments that I got was, "Alex, your lips look really dry." So thanks for that feedback, guys. Just put a bit of moisturiser on them. I haven't got any lip moisturiser. I
didn't see all the comments, but apparently there's one that got deleted, which is slagging me off as well.
Slagging you off, calling you white t-shirt. That's sure.
That's what you get, isn't it? That's what you get for sharing your views and trying to do it funny. People just want to slag you off all over the place.
Yeah, but I think that shows that we're doing something right, isn't it? Because that means you're successful once you've got haters, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
And we seem to have a lot of them. So.
But you mean our first ever comments apart from emails? I know when I look at you, I just see a bright light. I can't see any facial features.
I literally can't see my lips from here. The camera is so small. Right, anyway, so yeah, Christmas is over, New Year's over, got all that depression shit out the way. Now we can crack on with January. Looking forward to that.
No, I haven't got all that depression shit out the way.
You haven't? Well, what have you got left?
I thought it would be. I thought I'd go on a trip, come back. No, I just come back and realise it's just fucking monotony, innit?
Yeah, just that's what January is. January is statistically the most depressing month of the year, I think.
Yeah, so we haven't quite got out of the way. Give it a few more weeks.
Yeah. Alright, so how was your little trip then? I've hardly spoke to you.
It was quite good. It was quite good, I guess. Just drinking every night. So I decided.
That's unlike you, isn't it? It's quite good drinking every night.
It wasn't just me, was it?
You know, it's not that good for you drinking every night.
It wasn't just me. I was like, oh, let's have a night off. We shouldn't drink every night. And they're like, no, let's drink every night. And then I got back. I said, I've got a decision to make tonight. This can be my email to you. I said I'm not going to drink for January because I drank a lot last week. Let's have a week off, try and get healthy for a month. And then my mate, who has been gone for nearly a year, he went back to France and Tahiti. He just got back today, and I get a message saying, "Todd, coming out tonight." Then I just got back. Yeah. So obviously he wants to drink tonight. So what do I do?
So from what I'm hearing from you is, you've got no personality that can withstand peer pressure.
It's not peer pressure.
You're weak-minded is what I'm
saying. It's not about peer pressure. He hasn't gone. I haven't said to him, I'm not drinking. He's gone, yes, you are. Come on, Todd, go on a drink with me. It's not that. It's that I know I haven't... No, it's not the same thing. I haven't seen him for a while, and I don't want him to feel like, oh, that's not very nice. He doesn't want to see me. He's not happy to see me.
Yeah, go and see him. Go and see him. Have a drink.
I don't want him to go, nobody wants to drink with me.
Well, I would go out. This is what I do, mate. I don't drink that much. If I go out with someone I don't want to drink, I just don't drink. Yeah, saves money.
Yeah, that's the thing. You do want to drink a bit, don't you? Like it's not. I
just have a drink. I have a couple of drinks, but I'm not getting to the point where I'm getting drunk.
We'll see.
I just drive, and then it saves me money. Drive and get in a taxi.
Yeah, it's different in Thailand, isn't it?
Well, yeah. All right, should we crack on with some emails then?
Yeah, let's crack on.
Right, first email says, is it true that you asked your girlfriend to wrap her own Christmas presents this year? What asked you?
Nah, never. She just gets, which isn't mildly better, shitely wrapped ones, and again worse in Thailand because you get like little sheets. They don't give you like a wrap, a roll.
True. That's one thing, guys. If anyone's planning to go out to the Far East, this is one thing you're going to have to be aware of. If you're there and you're going to have to give a present, their wrapping paper is shit. It's not a roll, it's just little squares or something. I don't get it. It's like little origami pieces.
The one place I went to, the one shopping centre, they do it for you on the way out for free. So I've got two really well wrapped ones. But then the rest of them are like patchwork quilts, the big ones. Yeah. can't fit it round. So
don't understand that. Just put if you're wrapping a massive present, you're screwed. Yeah. Don't get it. Yeah, that's true. Weird, that is. Forgot about that. All right, next one. Is it true that you just put £5 in an envelope for your Secret Santa this year?
No. I nearly did a retake of the one I've done before, but I don't feel like I know everyone that well to do it.
Should we remind everyone? Well, not remind everyone. Tell everyone what you did for that one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're talking about the fish.
Yeah.
Assuming.
Oh yeah,
that was your best one. That was my favourite one that I did. That was hilarious.
Made me laugh. Yeah, we're wrapping up a fish. Not just a fish on its own. It was in a like a little bag. Yeah. But I was gonna give him like put it in an actual fish tank because you can get fish really cheap in Thailand. And you get fish tanks really cheap here. So I was gonna give him a whole fish tank and everything, but I thought it's not worth the time. So I found like a mini speaker. I thought that was alright. Do you know what I got? It was a mini speaker's alright for a Secret Santa. I wouldn't mind that.
No, I thought, what happened to that Italian pizzeria thing?
Candle. I don't know. Oh, too expensive now these days. Those candles have gone shot up in price.
Have they?
Yeah, so I can't afford that.
Inflation.
You know what I got though? And I couldn't go around telling everyone how shite it was at the time because you never know who you're talking to, do you? It could have been the person who bought it. I got worse than a £5. I got one of in a big bag, in a massive bag, I got one of those little selection things with a crunchy and a dairy milk. And
you mean the ones that your nan gives you when you were a kid?
Yes.
Surprised you can get them in Thailand, to be honest with you. Well, to be fair, you say it was less than a £5. That probably cost more than a £5.
I doubt it.
No, do you remember when we first got to Thailand?
Okay, then. You got really bad decision-making skills there. Then.
Yeah. But do you remember, we went to Thailand, we went to, what's it called? I can't remember what the name of it is. But it's like a foreign supermarket, and it's got all the foreign foods in it. Yeah. And we were in there, and we found British food, British section. And they got Iceland food. So they'd have like an Iceland curry in there, and on it would say £1. So that's how much it costs in the UK. It's £1, but they're selling it there for like a tenner. Yeah, unbelievable. So you never know. You might have spent
close to a tenner, maybe £7. Yeah,
the Village, I think it's called Village or something.
I can't remember. But I went to a corner from looking for Terry's chocolate orange. She really likes Terry's chocolate orange, but couldn't find them. No, I had a better idea actually.
I had a lot of them.
I had a better idea for a present, and I'd have done it if I knew everyone well enough.
Yeah.
But imagine this.
Imagine this.
You could put this in the song. How much is a bottle of water in Thailand, especially if you buy it as a pack of 6?
20p, 10p.
50 baht, say.
50, is it 50?
For a pack of 6, for a pack of 6 big waters, yeah, 50 baht.
So even less than that then.
Okay, so say 50 baht, just so our maths is easy. And we had 500 baht to spend. I could have just bought 60 bottles of water.
I think you've told me this idea before, and I said it was
No, I didn't. I told you that I was going to buy them like 3 bottles of Frosty Jacks or something. 4 bottles of Frosty Jacks.
No, you've told me that. I think you've told me that before. Not for like a Secret Santa, I think for like someone's birthday or something. Oh. Spend all the money on water.
I think a Secret Santa would be good.
Yeah, that would be quite good. And you need it, you always need water. That's one of the things that you do need.
It's going to get used.
Yeah.
Next email.
Right. Have you got any emails?
Oh yeah, I got 5 actually, but 3 of them are the same, and I'll answer them for you. Happy New Year, and I just want to tell them that's a waste of an email. If you asked anything and you've just wasted it there, so what the hell are you doing? Next one. Agreed. I want something, but to get it, I would need to sacrifice something else. Should I do it?
Right, a bit of a vague email there, isn't it?
It is.
You've been really vague with that. You want something, but to get it, you have to sacrifice something else. Well, it depends what you want and what you got to sacrifice, doesn't it?
It does, but I guess they've already been going through this in their head over and over.
It sounds like if you've got to the point where you're emailing into our podcast,
so just one answer.
Which is notorious for bad advice. So you're that desperate, probably just go for it. Usually, in most cases, the answer is just do it in most cases. However, this is not life advice. We are not trained life advisors. This is just for entertainment purposes only. So if you fuck up your whole life doing this, do not come back to me with another email.
Okay.
But go and do it.
And let us know what happens. Last one.
Let us know what happens. Yeah.
What are your top 3 tips?
Top 3 tips. One of them is always say yes.
Yeah.
One of them is
if in doubt, say yes.
Yeah, if in doubt, say yes.
Not always say yes. That's mental.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a bit of a laugh, then always say yes.
Can't say mental anymore, can you?
Can't you?
That's. I don't think so. That's what it. No, actually, it just reminded me of a moment in Extras when the guy's trying when he just given 20 quid to a homeless person. and he'd gone, oh yeah, and the journalist talking to him, he's, oh, that's mental, innit? No, I can't say mental anymore, can't say anything these days, can you? What you meant to say? Like, remember?
Well, I don't know, but this podcast is getting shut down then if that's the case, because I would imagine we are in the thousands of that word being used.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
we
anyway,
can say we can
so you're coming blindsiding me again, so I don't even know where I'm at.
Okay, so you said one tip, always say yes, but not always.
Right, okay. Yeah, next tip is don't bother. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Don't bother just trying to get the last bit of mayonnaise out, or the last bit of sauce out, or the last bit of washing up liquid out. Just chuck it away and just get a new one, because the stress that you have, just for that last bit of thing that's worth like it's probably worth like less than a pence. And you're stressing about it, and you're trying to waste it, and it ruins your meal. And you like fart out some sauce. Yeah. It looks shit on your meal. Yeah. Not worth it. That ain't worth it. That's definitely one of my top tips. Yeah. Next one is don't work too hard.
All right.
I mean, I work a bit hard, but don't work too hard, because you know what I mean. Life goes by pretty fast, and you can't be working all the time. Like I do see everyone just seems to be just working too hard. Yeah, and don't watch genuinely don't watch the news. Yeah. Or go on Facebook.
Yeah.
Actually do, because we'll probably be posting this video on Facebook, so stay on Facebook if you've seen this.
Over the last 2 months, the amount of times I've nearly just deleted Instagram or Facebook and then realised I can't. You can get off Facebook, mate. I've told you this. I've been off it for 2 years, mate. Yeah, but I talk to people back in England and stuff, where I talk to my mum and my sisters and stuff.
You can still talk to them, mate. You can still get messages.
I know, but all right.
You sound like someone that's got a lot of excuses to me. You sound like someone that wants to do something, but you'll find an excuse. Whatever I say now, you'll find another excuse. So that's fine. You just keep it. Right, move on. Next email.
I wasn't going to find another excuse.
Next.
That's all of them.
All right, nice one. There's one more here, actually. It says, is it true that when you have, is it an a la carte menu? He's put here a la carte, but I don't know if I'm saying that right.
When I use an
do you order a starter and a pudding for your 2 courses?
I'm trying to think if I've ever done it, and I doubt that I have. I'd be more likely
laugh, though, wouldn't it? That'd be funny.
I'd probably more like to go for all 3, because if I had to choose, I'd go for a starter and a main, and then I know after my main I'd want a pudding, so I might as well just go for all 3.
I always go main and pudding, I do, because it's different. A starter and a main, they just blend into each other.
Yeah, I just have
the same sort of stuff. At least pudding's different. So if I get 2, I'm always going main and a pudding.
Well, I think even if I have 1 main and I don't have the other mains, I'm already thinking, what was that main like? So I might as well have 3, then I've got less things to wonder about.
Would you say that you're a greedy person?
No. I think that it might seem like it, but
it does seem like it. Yeah, it does.
It might seem like it, but do you also think I'm a lazy person?
Yeah, I do.
So if I'm lazy
I think
and
most
greedy,
of the viewers do as well.
Okay, if I'm lazy and greedy, because I think then it just makes me think I'm more honest than everyone else. Because I look around and I see a load of fat fuckers everywhere. There's a lot of fat fucking people in the world who are lazier and greedier than I am, and that's a fact. Because you can't cheat science. You know what I mean? I reckon I'm in the lowest 50% of obese people in England, so I can't be particularly greedy and lazy.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Good point. Good point, well made. Good point.
I am. There's a lot lazier and greedier than I am. Okay.
All right, let's crack on with the news.
Let's do fast news today, because I've got 2 challenge sections for you today that have been hanging over me. They've been hanging over me for ages. I've got to get them done at some point.
Yeah. I'm not going to get through all mine, I don't think. Okay. Right, I've got 1. Right, this is weird. I've got 1 Western news, and I've got 3 Far East news.
I've got. I don't even know. I've got 2 pieces of non-Far East news and 2 pieces of Far East news.
Right, so we'll do the Western news first. So first one, Western news. Right, so I don't know how up to date you are with celeb gossip, but you like Kanye West, don't you?
In what sense?
Do you like Kanye West, yes or no?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's an interesting person anyway, isn't he?
The world's better with him in it than without him.
Yeah, it's interesting. Right, so he was going out with... Do you know who he was going out with?
After Kim Kardashian, I'm guessing. No idea.
No, Kim Kardashian. He was going out with Kim Kardashian, wasn't he? They broke up. So you are a bit up to date. At least you can know that's happened.
At least I'm in the last 3 years.
No, that's happened like within months. That's
broken. They've broken up.
Yeah, they're broken up within months.
I didn't know they're broken up. I just assumed since you asked me that question.
No, so they broke up, and she's going out with. Do you know who Pete Davidson is?
Yes, I do. Actually, I do know now because people keep posting about how he's ugly but gets good girls. I've seen a few of those around.
I think that's a bit harsh. Like,
he's not ugly. He's all right.
He's not that ugly, and he's So this is what. So guys, if you're out there slagging someone off, like I know, it's okay for me. You know what I mean? I can take it. I'm a big boy, and I'm pretty good looking. And if you're going to come at me with saying my lips are dry, whatever, not bothered. I don't care. But someone like Pete Davidson, maybe he hasn't got the best mental health. I don't know. So if you go around saying that he's ugly, back off him. Is what I'm saying, guys. Back off people. So you never know what people are going through.
I think he's a comedian, and I think he comes out with his own stuff. I think he's open free in the public eye. I think it's how the fuck you want.
All right. Well, he said. Well, he's apparently
different views.
Yeah, different views. I watched a stand-up comedy of him. Basically, I think he went out with Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
And she wrote a song saying that she something like she accidentally got in a relationship with him or something like that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, nice one. Cheers for that, love. Right, anyway, I'm straying away. So he's going out with Kanye West. No, he's going out with Kim Kardashian. Apparently, Kanye West. I remember seeing this. He posted something like on his Instagram or Facebook that him and Kim Kardashian aren't done, and that God will bring them back together. Mm-hmm. Bit mental. Sorry, I said that word again. And he's bought a house across the street from her. That's mad.
If I was Pete Davidson, and I'd just try and be his mate. I'd be like, you're right. How's it going, Kanye? You come over?
Yeah, he sounds like the sort of person that would do that. He sounds... Yeah, he's an interesting person.
Look, I think neither of them are particularly jealous guys. Well, it's weird actually. Kanye is in a way, but they can't be that jealous because if your girlfriend is everyone in the world can see her shagging her ex.
I think Kanye's a pretty jealous person. I think
which makes it weird that he'd have gone out with her in the first place.
Yeah, he's got a lot. That's what makes him so interesting. He's got a lot going on in his head.
I mean, I don't think I'm that particularly jealous. I wouldn't feel that comfortable. If my girlfriend was a porn star, for example, I mean, actually, I'd be more alright with that because at least then people know it's a job. Oh, yeah, she's a porn star. I knew she was a porn star when I got with her. You know what I mean? Some people might think that's pretty cool. At least the guy she's with her just because that's a job. It's alright. I might be able to get my head around that. Yeah, I'd be less likely to get my head around just releasing a sex tape to the world with her ex.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he wrote a song, didn't he, saying I'm in love with a porn star.
Yeah,
didn't he?
I've actually loved it.
But I think that was just before he got with her, so I don't know if he was. I don't know.
He likes the bad girls,
but then at that point, always in between her and Amber Rose.
He's attracted to girls that hurt him.
Yeah, he's attracted to bad bitches. I think they call them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that or not, but that's what they call them.
Yeah. No, you can.
All right. Right, your Western news, please, not Far East news.
Okay, I've got one piece that I've got next to it, shit news. So I'm going to read that first. And yeah, it is shit. Jeff Bezos brought in 2022 with a crazy party.
Jeff Bezos makes me laugh. Jeff Bezos does. It's part of me thinks fair play to him because he's obviously a little nerd at school. Mm-hmm. He's worked hard and he's got a lot of money now. But instead of someone like, who's the computer guy?
Bill
Gates, who's just carrying on, staying true to his roots and being a geek. He's trying to become a celebrity, hip, cool dude, isn't he? Mm-hmm. But he hasn't. But all the celebrities around him that's seeing him at these parties, they still know. They're like, I still know you're a geek, mate.
It's like the kids at school who could never get any sports team or play sports, and you see them now after being in the gym for 10 years. I still know you. I still know you the same old weekly and deep down.
Yeah, which I mean, no need to get nasty, but it is funny seeing that. There was one where I think he go with his girlfriend and she started flirting with Leonardo DiCaprio or something.
I don't know.
And he was taking the piss out of her or something. something like that. And now he's
considering
like,
you're
really
on Facebook,
jacked,
you seem to get a lot of
muscly.
this.
Pardon?
So you get a lot of this celebrity news since you're not on Facebook. Where'd you get it?
Yeah,
from?
I get it filtered through. Yeah, I get the celeb news. I don't mind too much about the celeb news. It's just all the real news that I just can't be bothered with. That just brings everyone down. Like I go around my nan's once a week, and she has Midlands Today on, and I go around, and I guarantee you. So I'm going around tonight actually, and I'll let you know next week how many people I hear about. It'll just say, 2 people have died on this. And this is on Midlands Today, and they'll just say they'll have about 4 stories about people dying. About 2 people have died in this. Another person's died doing this. This person's been raped and then died.
Yeah.
And they're like, why does anyone need this news? And that's
as soon
all
as
it's
it
on.
comes
That's
on
all it's on
after the
Midlands Today.
chase, I'll turn the news straight off. Yeah, I'd
Well,
like, get this off.
they're like, well, there's nothing else on.
I don't do it because I'm lying down, but I'm like, Jen, get that off quick.
It's terrible. So yeah, and honestly, my top tip really is, this is a serious tip. Don't watch the news. It's so bad for you. All right, anyway, back to slagging off Bezos. What's the actual thing about? What's the story about? He had a party.
Click for
Yacht
pigs.
party or something.
I don't know. It's a click for pigs. I just thought the man who I would assume to have the craziest party in the world would be the richest man in the world. I mean, I'm hoping my party was pretty crazy, you know. And that's just me. Like, who cares? That's not news as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, there was one more piece of news from Canada. A woman in Quebec stopped by police walking a man on a lead during a coronavirus curfew news, insisting she was walking her dog, which was permitted under the rules. Is that all right?
No, but fair play for trying it.
But why can't she? Why is that?
It's not a dog. It's not a dog. It's a human.
Are you saying it can't identify as a dog?
No, it can't identify as a dog. No,
why not?
I'm not. I don't think that's. You know, I don't think that you can identify as a dog. Well, no, I think you can identify as a dog, but you're not really a dog.
I reckon she knew what she was doing, and she just pissed off with coronavirus, and she wanted to make a fuss about it.
Yeah, probably. And I think fair play for trying it. I don't think it's the worst breach of rules.
Fair play for her, but we're ignoring the fact that there was a man on the end of it. Not fair play to him.
Well, he just does what he's told. He just does what he's told.
Fair play to her for trying it because she wants to walk. Fair play for him because he wanted to crawl.
So he just does what he's told, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, fair play for him for obeying the master, because I bet he would be like, we're going to get in trouble. She's like, you fucking go out. Like, please.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We've got a lot of news, and then we've got more sections. Okay, done. Next.
Right, so that's Western news done now, yeah?
Yeah. Well, that's my Western news, yeah.
Okay, it's all done. So let's crack on with the Far East news. Oh shit! I've got another piece of Western news.
Oh, forget it. We can do that. We finish the podcast with that if we need a closing.
No, we will go into this 'cause it's funny. Right, first one. Tokyo has got a video game.
Hold on. Are you sure that this isn't Western news? Is it? It's Tokyo.
This is Far East news.
Okay, so
I'll do the Western news later. I'll bring it up later. Okay, right, so Tokyo have got opening a video game high school. What do you reckon to that? Yeah. Good, isn't it? Not good.
Not good.
When I read that, I thought it was a school in the metaverse. That's what I thought it was. It's not that.
It sounds to me like it's something that's in a manga.
Yeah, it sounds very Japanese, doesn't it? It's a very Japanese thing to do. If anyone was going to make the first video game high school, it would be Japan.
Are they like video game learning things? Like
no. They're studying. They're majoring in video games.
Okay. So are you sure it's not a high school? It's more like a university or college.
Well, it said high school, but it does sound like
surely you don't spend your whole high school.
There's a facility being built where teens will gather and hone their gaming skills as part of the curriculum. It's not in some far-flung corner of the city. It's right in the middle of Shibuya.
Part of the curriculum.
Yeah. It's right next to the Nintendo shop as well. So maybe
it's not a good idea, is it? It's not a good idea because you go to school loving video games and you come out hating them. Like whatever you do at school, you don't like.
Yeah, but you might be good at them. But that's what it's saying, isn't it? It's not like a hobby anymore. Video games is now a career path.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Do you know that's a correct one?
Well, I know that some people earn a shitload of money winning these big competitions. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, okay, next one. Bong. China lockdown rule breakers paraded round in hazmat suits in the streets. Have you heard about that?
No, but I wouldn't care about that either.
You wouldn't care about being publicly shamed?
No.
It's a bit medieval though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not that bothered. And if there's one thing going to shame me, it's a hazmat suit. Like, what else? It's not that bad, is it? Especially if it's one of those ones that covers my face.
I suppose so. I don't know.
I don't really care, to be honest with you. People have seen me walking down the street. Oh, we broke COVID rules.
I'm guessing there's more to it than that. I'm guessing that's not the whole punishment, if I know China. And I don't, but... Right, not really. Right, last one from me. Japanese inventor creates a lickable screen for the metaverse. I'm a bit dubious of that, but it sounds interesting. I don't know how far we can go with that technology.
I think it's not interesting at all. I think it's very uninteresting.
I think it's very uninteresting that someone's created a technology that you can lick.
I think everything's lickable.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay.
Just licked to the air, didn't I?
Okay, tasteable. Tasteable, lickable.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not too bad then. Fair enough. Well, I'd have to try it first, to see, really, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, I doubt it's never going to taste right, is it?
I reckon to do it, you have to put some on your tongue, and they go, just put it on your tongue and then lick the air, but really what you're tasting is what they put on your tongue.
Maybe. All right, let's get cracking with your Far East news.
Okay. Did you know this already? In Japan, they have Gorilla Poo oranges, right? You know that, right?
They have Gorilla Poo oranges?
Yeah, you know that.
No, I don't know what that means. What does it mean?
Because that's not the news.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. But the news is, basically, that these Gorilla Poo oranges have been given away for free.
Right. Okay, fair enough. Nice one. If I was there, I'd try one. If anyone's got any of them, if any of our listeners are in Japan and they could send us one of these Gorilla Poo oranges, we'd love to try that on the podcast.
Well, at first I thought I want to try them, and now I'm thinking, because other people are having them, they can't be that bad, that it's a thing. But then I thought, well, then why have they been given away for free?
That is true. Maybe that, actually, now I'm starting to think.
Maybe they're just a pile of shit.
Sounds like they are, pile of shit.
Yeah.
Pile of poo.
Okay, another one. This one is in South Korea, for a change, not North Korea.
Okay.
Officials have issued a reminder to pregnant women to have enough pressed shirts, socks, underpants and frozen meals ready for their husbands when they are away in hospital giving birth.
If you'd have said which country was this news in, I would have said Korea. Bit sexist, aren't they, Korea? I mean, that's a bit racist saying that, but they are pretty sexist. I think Asia in general is a bit crazy. Like, even in Thailand, the fact that you've got women-only parking spaces, that blew my mind when I saw that.
It's not just Thailand, that's just the Asian.
Yeah, no, but Korea is notorious for being...
They're just doing what's necessary, though, aren't they? They're not thinking too much about... People aren't getting bothered by it because it's what's needed to cause less accidents.
I've got nothing more to say on the subject.
The other day we were playing a game, a drinking game, on Christmas Day, and someone had thought of something. What's that lesbian band? And people were throwing names out there, and I went
Tattoo.
Four non-blondes. I'd already said that one. Four non-blondes, and then he went yes. And one of them went, well, how did you know that? I said I didn't. He just sounded like a feminist name, so I guessed. And then the person who said it said, no, you can't just say feminist or lesbian though, can you? I was like,
well, I was right.
Just happened to be right. Now, I'm not saying that, but obviously they're not all, but there was more chance than the other ones that there would be, that's all. And I was right.
I've got no comment on that.
I was right anyway.
I think my my camera's about to turn off in 10 seconds.
Right, change it.
So we'll take a little break right now. And we're back.
Okay. All right, and that's all my news.
Couldn't you just done that before? Like, couldn't you just close it off before we did the break? But yeah, I'll just close it off now. So we've come back. We had a break and come back just to say the news is finished. Right. You said you got a lot of poem sections, ain't you?
Yeah, I'll give you two choices: story section or Graham Norton section. Graham Norton challenge.
Graham Norton challenge. Let's go for that.
Okay, so in Graham Norton, you know they do these stories, which they're obviously prepared beforehand, and he always goes.
You mean his new show?
Yeah, when he has the celebrities on.
Yeah. So I remember Graham Norton when he used to be kind of a bit out there and alternative on So Graham Norton on Channel 4.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I mean, I haven't actually watched it, but I know there's a section
but go on.
Where they go, the celebrity, and they go, oh, there's that. What? Tell me that funny story that happened with so and so, and they go, oh, that one, and then they tell this story that they prepared earlier or whatever. That's probably not true, and it's exaggerated, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce you to your story about yourself, something hilarious that's happened, and you've just got to go with it. You go, oh yeah, and tell me the story.
All
right. So, Alex, yeah, that's the end of that. On the topic of Halloween, what's that story I heard about you? Something about a Halloween mask.
Well, yeah. When we was not as rich as we are now, we didn't have much money, so we decided, how can we make it?
Who's we?
Me and Big Matt McKenty.
I'm Graham Norton.
Sorry, me and Graham Norton. Okay. So me and Graham Norton didn't have that much money. We thought, how can we go out and still have a great time and look really good in Halloween costumes? So we decided to go out as the Rubber Bandits. If you don't know, they are an Irish, pretty weird duo who wear plastic bags on their head.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a great little night. Nearly suffocated multiple times.
Yeah. And what happened?
Oh, it was mad. We drank loads, and
Okay. So actually, I heard another hilarious story about you. Something about an old sea captain and a marlin.
An old sea captain and a what?
A marlin.
I don't even know what a marlin is. I can't.
A really big fish. Really big fish.
Oh yeah. I think you better tell this story. To be honest with you. Go on.
Okay, I think you'll be better at the story challenge. Okay, so I'm going to give you a title of a story, and you've got to tell me what happens in it.
Oh, okay.
Don't give me the blurb. Okay, they're pretty much children's books, so I think it should be quite easy. First one is called.
Are these real stories?
No, but I think they make good titles. The Rat with the Stars in His Ears.
The Rat with the Stars in His Ears.
Yeah, what's that about? Good title, I think.
It's about this rat, right?
Yeah.
He was sick, fucking sick and tired of all the shit what he was hearing. Everyone was just moaning. Everyone was all negative, wasn't they?
Yeah.
And he kept looking round for something to shove in his ears to get rid of the sound, block out the sound. And he tried loads of shit. And eventually, some big magical rat said, "Oh, I bet that isn't working, is it? Oh, I'll tell you what you need. Did you know that rats have star-shaped ears?" I was like, "Oh, no, I didn't know that." "How about you get these?" And he reached up into the sky and pulled out these stars, smalled them up and shoved them in his ears.
Smalled them up.
"I can't hear what he's saying now. That's great, mate." He went, "There you go then, little ratty." That's basically what happened. Rat with the stars in his ears.
Okay.
Moral of the story is, drown out the noise.
Yeah. I was thinking that he was going to realise that actually it's better hearing, but no, the end.
No, the end is...
It's better me.
Yeah.
It's better not hearing. I'm fucking sweating.
I didn't read all of it. I think maybe I didn't read the last page.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. The puzzled monkey tree.
The puzzled monkey tree.
Yeah.
There was this monkey tree. What was outside this pub in West Bridgford, in Nottingham.
Yeah.
Pub was called the Monkey Tree.
Okay.
And he just kept watching people kind of go in and watching calls, and he couldn't understand why everyone just kept going in there, just wasting all the money, just to come out looking sick, falling over, and then go home. He was like, "Fucking, why is everyone doing this? Wasting money." Yeah, that's the end of that story.
Okay. Well, I think it's the start of the story. It started promising. Just a shame that yours have a beginning but no middle and end. All right, okay. Last one. The naughty boy and the huge magic hammer.
The naughty boy and the huge magic hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just about this little naughty boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's got his huge magic hammer, and the magic hammer allows you to, once you hammer someone, it turns them into... Oh, what does it turn them into now?
I'm guessing there's no moral to this story.
Might be, might not be.
Okay.
A lot of them are quite ambiguous, aren't they, with the morals?
Yeah.
So whenever you hammer someone, it turns them into like a little borrower-sized person.
Okay.
And he went round hammering loads of people, like loads of people. Yeah. And basically, he built up an army of these people, and he kept them in like a cage.
Yeah.
And he built like a new world. And he went a bit mad in the end. And I think in the end the police came around and found him and arrested him because he had like hundreds, maybe even thousands of people in this cage, and it was getting a bit out of hand. But they couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything about it because they didn't have a reversal hammer.
Yeah.
So all these people were stuck. So I think in the end the government made like a nicer cage for them to live in, but they were stuck there. Yeah.
Because he kept smalling people up.
Yeah, smalling people up.
All right, cool. So what happens? So the moral of the story is, if you go around hitting people with magic hammers, police are going to get you.
Yeah. Be careful. There's always going to be consequences to your actions.
Yeah. What happened to him? What did he do?
In the end, he went to prison, did his time, came back out. I think he was in there for a good sort of like.
He went to Borstal, did he?
He came out, and one of the people's whose dad had been smalled got hold of the magic hammer, and he smalled the kid, and then he trod on him. Okay, and then he went down as well.
How old was the kid when he started smalling everyone?
The original kid?
Yeah.
I think he was about 7.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
No, but he's 27 when he came out.
Yeah, but the punishment, that's harsh too.
It is a bit harsh, but I mean, if you can't go around smalling people.
7-year-old kid gets put in jail for 20 years, small and trod on. What a life!
That's what happens if you mess around with magic.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So that's my story challenge.
Yeah. I love it when I liked it when we just talked and didn't have to go challenges on the spot challenges.
When we just talked. Like this was months ago. Like this hasn't been the first challenge for you since about October.
Yeah, exactly.
You're reminiscing on the old.
We've had a good period now, and now we're going back to the old dark days, aren't we?
The old dark days of 10 minutes ago that you're reminiscing about. Oh, when we used to just read the news before you gave me challenges.
Yeah, that was good. That was.
All right.
What have I got here?
Well, I'm done.
Okay, nice one. Actually, I haven't got very much all, have I?
Fucking sweaty.
Okay, something that I was thinking about when I was watching the football the other day. What do you reckon about these Liverpool, Chelsea?
Okay.
So these are little Chelsea fans.
You're thinking, is the title over already? Title chase up?
What?
Is it not? You were thinking, is the title chase over?
No, I wasn't. But it does appear like that. If Man City are going to start just getting dodgy penalties and getting refs helping them through games, and then Liverpool getting unlucky with all their stuff. But whatever, not bothered.
Yeah.
When the players take the corners.
Yeah.
And then in the crowd, when a player takes a corner, what happens?
When a player takes a corner, they whip the ball in.
Before they whip the ball in, what's going on behind them?
There's a linesman and he's looking to see if they put the ball over the mark, because sometimes
that is one thing. That is actually one thing, and this is what I don't. Okay, this is a side note. I don't understand what the obsession is by players to get it so it's only just touching by one blade of grass. You're just wasting everyone's time. Psychological.
Yeah.
Probably is, yeah. So you need to be stronger and be able to do it. Because you know what I'd be doing if I was a player? I'd be putting it right in the middle, just for a laugh.
Well, if I was a player, I'd be putting it as far off the pitch as I could. because I want to get that bend back in.
Oh yeah, but I don't understand it. And half the time it's not touching it, and you're just wasting the time. And you have to put it down. Surely that's more stress having the linesman looking at it and making you remove it. I don't get it because they always want just touching by one blade of grass. Just go for 3 blades of grass. Let's get it a little bit closer. Anyway.
Oh, you'd still complain if they were doing 3 blades of grass. You wouldn't be going. Fair enough.
No, because it's not about the blades of grass. It's about the fact that probably about 20% of the time they have to remove it.
And 3 blades of grass isn't much more than 1.
Well, it is.
It's like saying
it's 300%.
but it's not. It's 300% of blades of grass, but it's not 300% of the.
Right. Anyway, let's get on with the actual story. There's always some little kid, not even kids, adults, always going like this.
Yeah.
Just swearing, doing the wanker sign, shouting at them, abusing them.
Yeah.
And I just think, especially first off, I think the blokes. I think you're a grown man, wankering and swearing at someone that's far more successful than you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're really jealous. Obviously. And then I think the kids, and that's even worse. So then you think, well, these kids are just going to grow up.
But then a lot of the kids are so young that they must be there with adults who are just letting the kids do it next to them.
That's what I mean. So that's even worse because the kids are going to grow up like their adults.
Yeah.
But like people, they're like the band chants and stuff, and then in other forms of abuse. But then this blatant, just this sort of stuff is just fine. That's just not even mentioned. I'm like, it's just a bit. Well, I think it's a bit sad, but
I do. But I also think it's a bit sad how every now and again there'll be one in the news about, this guy has said this, he's banned for life. And then you can see about, on every corner, you can see 50 people doing the same thing.
Well, that's the thing though, isn't it? Yeah, like it's not consistent, is it? I think, stop. It shouldn't be abusing people. It's not really nice. But if you're going to ban one person, then you have to kind of ban it across the board. I'm not sure about banning, but it depends. I don't know. It depends what they've done, but
it is. But also, lately there's been a lot about footballers complaining about having to play too much over Christmas. I also think a bit like fuck off. A bit.
Well, that sounds like kind of a...
How can you complain to people who really aren't making much money? Going, my legs are tired. We have to use our whole squad. You know.
Well, that sounds like someone. That sounds like a fan of a team that isn't in any European football to me. It was in Champions League. No. They've only got one league to focus on.
No, they're not. No,
they're struggling with that.
I mean, Klopp moans about a lot.
How many goals they scored this season?
Well,
what was that amazing stat that you just told me about?
Well, we've conceded less than Liverpool.
Yeah, well done. But how many have you scored?
14.
Yeah, so that's the exciting team. That's what you want, isn't it? If you go and watch your team week in, week out, you want to just have a solid team that doesn't concede. Doesn't matter if you don't get any excitement.
You're just sidestepping the issue.
No, my opinion on the issue is player welfare. You've got to look after the players. Got to look after the players. They're playing at the highest level of football in the world.
We can't all be lucky enough to have a granddad who was from Liverpool, can we?
It wasn't good when I was at school, I'll tell you that. It was not good when I was at school. When Man United, I was surrounded by Man United fans. Zane Ratcliffe constantly used to just go on about Man United in their glory years.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about Zane Ratcliffe. I don't know if you're listening, Zane.
I'm guessing he is.
Probably is. So he was a Man United fan. He always used to sort of take the piss at me for Liverpool not doing too well when I was at school. We went conker picking once. We was in a field, and I think Zayn had broke his ankle or something like that. And he was on crutches, and we was in the middle of a field on crutches, and we saw a bull in the field, and we all shit ourselves and ran off and jumped out of the field. We looked back and Zayn was still in the field. He was trying to get back with his crutches, and he started I don't know if he started crying. In my head, he was crying, but I don't want to say he's crying in front of the world if he wasn't. But he started going, I've got my Man United shirt on. The bull, and he thought, because bulls are attracted to red apparently, aren't they? And he was shitting himself because he thought the bull was going to hit him because he had his Man United shirt on. Yeah. Turns out, I don't think they are attracted to red, and the bull didn't do anything. The bull just sat in the grass eating. But he shit himself over that.
I forgot about something that happened to me last week. Not last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was at home and I got a phone call from Jen saying, quick, check the kitchen.
Yeah.
There'd been an egg boiling for 50 minutes. Have you ever seen that?
Seriously?
Yeah, have you ever seen that before?
Nah, but I can imagine it would have been pretty horrific.
3 eggs boiling. Well, the thing was, it wasn't horrific because a lot of it just disappeared. There was no white of the egg left, and all the water was gone. All the water had disappeared. So it was just basically cooking the pan because it all evaporated.
Oh, right.
One of the eggs somehow had stuck together, like fucking tough egg, like fucking loyal me, can't break me. I don't know how it stuck together. Yeah. And the other 2 were broken open and just like a little bit of yolk in the bottom. Didn't look that bad. I guess it could have been worse, but...
You ever microwaved an egg?
No.
Microwaving an egg is pretty hard, man. Like, you've got to get it.
This is top quality podcast material.
It is. If anyone's microwaved an egg, they will know how hard it is to microwave an egg. Because if you go over by like 2 seconds, your egg explodes and it ruins the whole egg.
Was that a little joke?
What?
It explodes.
Explodes. Yeah. That's actually what I said. If you look back, I didn't say explodes, I said explodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to get it. It's hard to microwave, and it goes grey in the middle. It's horrible. It stinks. So I don't know what happened with yours. Also, I think if you've got no water, it's quite dangerous if you've got no water in there, isn't it? I think if you heat in a pan with no water, isn't that good? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it was all right when I went in there. It just smelled a bit and stuff, but I mean, considering it was 50 minutes, I was thinking I might have been going into worse.
Yeah, could have gone into a war zone.
Yeah.
I've just realised we're about 50 minutes already, so we're over our allotted time. There's people banging on the door in the studio saying they want to do their next on theirs. So let's just finish off with one little thing, something that I hate. At New Year's Eve, I watched the countdown on...
We're like the opposite of Russell Howard's Good News, aren't we?
Bad news. Todd Knight's bad news.
So what is this that you hate?
I hate poems on TV. I hate shit poems on TV, is what I hate.
Yeah.
So you get them on McDonald's adverts.
Yeah.
I think it started on McDonald's adverts, and now you get them on every advert under the sun. And the shit poems, absolutely shit. Watch them on a bank advert.
If it's a good poem, it probably won't be on TV, because a good poem you can't just listen to once and go, oh yeah, I got that.
Yeah. I've never met anyone that likes them. Every person I've ever asked said, oh yeah, they're rubbish, I hate them. So companies, can you stop making these adverts with poems in them, because they're rubbish. And they're not, and they're like the person that reads them out tries to do it like really, I don't know how to describe it. They're like talking, but they're like
expressively and like
really expressively, and it sounds rubbish.
Like they're just being natural. Like,
this is how I normally talk. Yeah.
When you've had a bad day and the skies are grey, just take a walk to McDonald's. Your blues will go away. I ate a Big Mac, and then I didn't have a Whopper because I hate Burger King. I don't know. I was going to put Burger. That's
probably better than the poems that you get on there.
It's not.
Right. Anyway, on New Year's, I watched.
I was going to nearly put Big Mac and Whopper in the same place. That was my big mistake. And then I was like mid sentence. No, they don't have Whoppers in Big Mac.
Never catch them together. Big Mac and Little Whopper. Yeah. Right, so they just got the countdown, and they got I'm watching the TV, and it's rubbish anyway. In fact, another thing what I hate actually, when they go off and do the fireworks, they take it too far, don't they? Just any sort of like organised fireworks. Once you've seen a couple of fireworks, just stop. No one wants to sit and watch fireworks for 20 minutes.
This is true.
It's just the same shit. Some kids do, don't they? Same shit. Right, but they had a poem. Just someone was doing a poem about the year, and it was shite. If anyone watched it, let me know what you thought. Maybe you loved it, but I've never met anyone that likes these poems. Sounds shit. I hate it. I honestly hate it.
Do you know what I hate?
What? Podcasts that go on for 50 minutes or more.
Nonsense on Facebook. I got another one today. Someone put, when I was in Cuba, every time someone had a drink of rum, they'd tip a bit on the floor. And I was going, why is that? And they go, because we always give a little bit of drink for the dead. And everyone's going, love that, great. Great idea.
I hate that. Waste of room pissing me off. Why is your door
Waste
moving?
of room. Someone's decided that it's time for dinner and we've got to eat before 5 o'clock.
Oh, there you go. That's
which is true. I also hate it when I'm trying to do a podcast and then someone decides that they're going to come and just piss around.
Yeah, it's annoying that, isn't it, when someone does that?
Yeah.
Inconsiderate, really, isn't it?
But we are over time, so let's go.
Yeah, all right, well, thanks for that. If anyone
else has something that they hate, let us know.
If anyone else has got anything that they hate, then yeah, let us know in the comments. We'll moan about it next week on Orange Chips Podcast. Well, if we hate it or if we like it, then we'll probably slag you off.
We hate you, whatever.
We hate you, probably. We'll slag something off anyway. So yeah, see you later. Bye.
Bye.